Hello and welcome back to Nightmares of Future Past. I'm your your game master, Lynx Blackheart. And today, the heroes that are joining us for this episode are Darktide, Shadow, and Shiro. So hopefully they can
Hello.
return to the Statue of Justice, defeat the hive that are there, and succeed as not everything wants to function now because, well, why would everything go my way? But hopefully they
Because it
can
wouldn't.
succeed on defeating the hive and win the day. This last we left off, the party was somewhat defeated by uh, the hive. This they were fought. The party wasn't able to successfully fight off the hive. Well, get into fight the any deeper than where the elevator was
Yeah.
before one party member was knocked out. But hopefully, the party can get deeper in, despite the fact that they have to actually fight one of the bigger, badder enemies that is currently defending the location. Now, because they were able to verify the big towering behemoth that pummeled Dark Tide back in episode 1.
In episode
There's one
one.
of those here that is the one that defeated the
Great.
Green Arrow. So hopefully, the party can successfully defeat this one. Uh, but there's also more information the party's being given. Because during the getting the recovery, prepping the team to go hit that very important location, Captain Sewer will um, explain to note that since the parties failed uh, infiltration and attack on the hive location, whatever they're doing to alter and change people was expedited because there's a lot more canisters have been spotted and activated at multiple locations throughout Gotham, including one that was actually on the island where the Statue of Justice is, turning a bunch of the tourists there into big scary bugs. So, in
Wow.
order to stop them from continuing their onslaught and or possibly finding the cure, the party has to successfully infiltrate and get that information, or this is only going to get worse.
So are we saying Shadow just walked up to where they're at, or how are we playing this? Because I've been gone for 2 weeks.
Uh, well, the party did find the elevator that went down to secret subfloor, and that's where they were defeated.
Uh-huh.
So you guys know where it is. You know how to get down in there. You guys just have to get to that location. because the big nasty bad guy is defending that location now. So you guys either have to attempt to sneak by him or full frontal fight this towering behemoth, hoping that you guys can knock him down a peg or two.
I'm game for either or.
I mean, I can try and just slip past him and distract him so that his back is turned towards y'all. If that is the way we want to go with this.
Are you sure that you won't be hit? I know you are fast, but
They have very good dodge. It is very hard for things to hit me.
I have
Well,
seen this. However,
yeah, it's not the dodging that's the concerning part. It's the what if you get hit that's the concerning part. But she does
yes,
move outrageously fast because you have to remember because of the speed at which Shadow moves, what she can run on the water and technically get to the uh she can get to the island, do random stuff on the island before anyone else actually gets there because she moves at 64,000 miles an hour, which in layman's terms, as I click on all the wrong things, in one turn she can move 120 miles. So she can get there leaps and bounds before the party even gets close.
Shadow, just make sure you do not get hit.
Is that a challenge?
Yes.
All right. I'm a bucket and I just book it and try and distract the gigantic ass thing that I'm trying to distract.
Well, because you move significantly faster than them in turn one, you can easily get to the island, see and verify that it is pretty much right in the main entryway, like it's waiting for someone to show up. You can technically circle the island a few times, because again, it's like easily within like I would have to say it's like easily within like a couple miles of the base, and you can easily, like I said, get there, move about. You move fast enough to actually move into the structure. Moving past it, it will go. It will be able to go. There's some. It's like there's something fast moving here. Uh, so you can search the island to see if there's more than one, and or how many other creatures may or may not be at this location. Your only limitation is, excuse me, you can't use any elevators or locked doors because that requires more time than what you currently have.
All right. I'll take a look around during my couple laps around the island to see if I see any more of the giant ones or if I see any of the creatures that have decided to become bugs and be evil.
Because of your speed, you can, I said you can do this. You can verify that there's only one of these creatures at the main entrance, uh, roaming about the outside of the structure. You can point out that there is a bundle of approximately 20 big beetles that seem to be milling about like they're looking for something. On the inside, because you can, like I said, you can move throughout pretty much anywhere that's not barred. You can point out that actually on the inside of the building, in defensible locations, pretty much by the other doors and someone inside, that there's at least 10 hive troopers. Because you can tell they're hive troopers
Oh,
because they are wearing their black and yellow armor, using their stinger rifles. Dun dun dun.
I have an idea, but I'm gonna get myself in trouble, and Darktide's gonna kick my ass for it.
Well, you have plenty of time to get yourself in trouble.
So
Darktide is not there, so
I take a look at the hive troopers that are in the building, and I'm assuming they're behind a glass. They're behind glass, aren't they?
Well, the ones that are inside there, as I said, just you can easily get into the first floor of the building to see them.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up a rock that is right by my feet, and I'm gonna chunk it at them, like at the wall behind them. And then I'm just gonna, as soon as they look over at me, I'm just gonna go, hi,
And then disappear because you're running real fast.
and get all of their attention on me. No, I'm trying to get their attention on me.
That's extremely easy to do. I actually want to verify something because I just read something that could make this extremely hilarious.
Oh no.
Dear
Oh no.
God, where'd I? Aha. Because I was able to locate this and pull it out, so it's somewhat funny. Because for those playing at home, I do actually have the physical copy of this book, well, of the core book, and I just want to double check something because if I'm correct on this, then you're going to be have the potential to make things somewhat easier.
Hello. Hello.
Uh,
Wait.
No.
Almighty Shadow, you actually have a chance to. You know how I said there was 10 of these troopers?
Huh?
Part of your fast attack, because you do have your base fast attack, which is like you can mess up one person, or if they're in a tight group that you can reach, you can hit a bunch, or you can use the alternative effect of it, which is an area burst effect, so it affects everyone within inside this area, which is selective, so you don't have to hit people you don't want to hit. But because of the size of the area you can affect, you can effectively declare your fast attack burst area, and all 10 of them are going to be affected by it. Which means they have to do
So you're
dodge
saying me
checks.
throwing the rock could hit all of them?
Well, you throw the walk, which will get their
Yes.
attention, and then you can then pretty much punch all of them. And because it's a burst area effect, you make no die rolls. You just declare that you do this, and all of them have to make 2 checks. The first one is a dodge check, which if they succeed, they lower the DC they have to beat by 1. But if they fail, they have to roll against the full effect, which I'm double checking now. This, if I'm correct, this is going to be real funny. Ooh, hey, Lynx is here. That means Lynx can aid the party in their shenanigans. Do I already have that up, though? Yes, I do. Here I am uh, thinking I didn't have it up, but I do. Okay, yep, this is an area effect. This actually allows an effect that normally works on a single target uh, to affect an area. No attack check is needed. They simply fill the designated area based on the type of modifier. Potentially targets in the area are permitted a dodge check to avoid some of the effects. Pretty much reflecting, ducking for cover, dodging out of the way, and so forth. A successful resistance check reduces the area effect to half its normal rank against that target, rounded to a minimum of 1. This is a burst effect, so the effect fills a sphere of a 30-foot radius, which is effective range 0. Burst on level surfaces, yeah, and that's if it was 0, but your effect rank is 5, which means it affects 900-foot radius. Not a diameter of 900 feet, but a radius of 900 feet. So you pretty much choose a location, and everything within 900 feet of it is getting smacked, which technically means the big scary monster guy can also be included in this scenario, even though he's going to be the only one that most likely doesn't care about the damage because, well, he has the toughness to survive it, and he does not count as a minion. So therefore, failing doesn't mean he's auto out, but the Hive Troopers have a chance of doing it.
Do it.
And uh, I'm not seeing anything where it actually changes the base damage rank for the effect. It just changes from a single target to multiple target, which means going here, as I realize that I just put in the wrong thing. The 10 people that the troopers, just I'm gonna roll the big guy separately. They, as I pull up the wrong thing, because it's a dodge then followed by toughness. They do have a +7. Your effect rank does it they don't necessarily have to get super high to actually reduce the damage by it, which is not necessarily a good thing, but at the same time, it doesn't mean they are guaranteed to do it. They doing quick math. Does they have a +7 to this, and they need to beat a 13, which means with yeah, not all of them passed, but that's does it's rounded down. That's still 10 checks I need to make. So there's a chance that all of them drop, but because it's minimum of 1 and it doesn't change that, they need to beat 16s, which means there's a +7, pass, 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 pass. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 drop. I want to double check one thing. Says, if you have it, this is going to be funny. No, you don't, so that can't be funny. But you managed to hit all 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4 of them do drop instantly because they failed their checks. So there are 6 left. And the big guy gets his all separate roll, which is a 6. So he's rolling against full damage rank on it, which let me double check this. Let me double does he may have something that helps him? Yeah, he's definitely still standing.
Of course he is.
Yeah, of course he is. Um, but because of the movement stuff, you're still in no danger of actually doing it because you do have the ability known as move by action, so you can move in, activate this, and then move out. You still have you still have several rounds left before the rest of the party shows up, meaning you can do this maneuver 3 more times before the party shows up. Do you wish to do it 3 more times?
Yes.
Okay. Check
I'm
1.
gonna try and take them all, or at least the 10 of them out before
Well, you
everybody
already
gets
took out
there.
4. Does they have 7s and failed? Does they have to get an 8? He has to get an 18. So does they have +7 versus 13? So passed that, failed that. But that's a 16. So it's still a 1, 2, 3 more drop, putting 3 left. But you now get another effect. Because you have multiple turns before the party kicks shows up. Hey, look, only one of those passed, which means he needs to beat a 18. He got 19 passed. Oh, he definitely passed. That guy failed, so now there's 2 left. You get one last effect in. They both passed that, but let's see if they passed this, which they both do. So in the short time you were waiting, you took 10 hive troopers and turned them into 2 hive troopers.
Oh.
So you're just beating the ever-living heck out of them, which is good because it's less fighting for the party. Uh, which now showing up to a on this, which you can be waiting for them at where they show up. Darktide, Lynx, and shiro show up in their heroicness. So, what information do you tell the rest of your team besides having a smirk face that you just beat up a bunch of bad guys?
So I'm sitting there, leaned up against the wall when they all walk up, and I just look them in the eyes and go, "It took y'all long enough. I beat 8 of them senseless. I left 2 of them for you."
Well, the big guy too. So
Well, yeah. I wasn't counting him. I was just counting the hives. I have PTSD from the big guy, so I wasn't even bothering with him. I was just focused on these guys.
yeah.
Yeah. But you do inform them of
Okay,
the big
so
guy, correct?
what's left?
Yes, I informed them of the big guy.
Where is the Mack truck?
Right there in the middle of town.
And where are these 2 hive agents that are left?
Inside the building.
Standing in front of all of their dead friends. Because I just kind of left them in there. I
Oh,
needed to take a breath.
wait, where are we?
At the edge of the
We're
island
on an
where
island.
the statue of
Okay,
justice is.
okay, that's what I was wondering. Well then, we need to go deal with the rest of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
You guys can easily move up to the base of the building itself, where you can see the big, scary behemoth that you guys know hits like a Mack truck. And it does notice the party and looks like it's ready to throw hands. Because it's just. At this point, we are going to go into initiative.
I do not get it again.
Uh, yeah, Dark, you have a +6. Shadow, +16. Shiro has a 5. And Lynx has a whopping 2. Let me get my thing to record this. I have that, so let's look at. Okay, we have Shadow with a 30. Coming in at because he's slightly better. We have Dark and then Lynx. And oh hey look. Shiro, the bad guy goes last. Now, Shadow, you know this guy is extremely tough, extremely hard, resilient against damage. Uh, oh, it already is worked in. Which leaves you with 2 choices of either A, Move in and attempt to take out the last two guys on the inside, or B, using your move by action to move forward, smack, and then move away. Hopefully get a lucky crit on this big towering behemoth of behemathism.
I'm gonna try and do the move by and see if I get lucky.
Okie dokie, you do get a +10 to hitting him. You do have multi-attack, so you can add that in there, which as long as you're getting better than him, then you can end up adding increasing your damage marker, which could increase your odds of actually hurting him. As I said, you have a +10 to your hit. His parry is only a 9. So I'm gonna let you roll first. Okay, let's see. You only beat him by 1 degree, so multi-attack doesn't actually trigger. You punch the crud out of him. And your hands are a little sore.
Ow.
Does your like, ah? I don't think I did anything. Now we move to darktide.
Oh, good. I get to fly up and fly into its face and smack it with my sword.
Okay, are you doing normal attack, uh, defensive, accurate attack,
Defensive.
defensive, powered attack?
Yeah, defensive accurate.
Okay, which means you get a +5 to hit. Okay, come on, Dicebot. You managed to hit him because of penetration. His imperviousness isn't kicking in. But you guys get to see why he doesn't have a huge dodge. He appears to not care about the damage you just did to him. Does your blade smacks across him?
Plus 18. Yeah.
This is when I say this is a boss fight, I mean this is a boss fight. That's why I don't.
Yes.
You do have move by action, so you technically can move up, swing, and then move away, so you're not standing right there
I'm
by
still
him.
moving away. I am still moving away because I got smacked by the Mack truck before. I'm not
Yeah.
doing no.
We can move
At least you
to
learned your lesson.
Lynx, who can shoot him. Shoot him.
Can he be blinded?
Uh, you don't know if he can.
Mm.
Okay, I'm gonna have to pause for a moment, everyone. Uh. Boy, took care of that, so yay. We are to Lynx's decision on blasting it. But to recap and answer the question, the blinding effect, you're not 100% sure it's going to work on this creature or not. This creature is an
Okay.
extremely tough and resilient creature. If you
That's
really
an
want to, you can.
understatement.
If you really want, you can attempt it.
Mm. Yeah.
Okay.
So what's the plus again?
You do have a +8 to shooting it. Let me verify. Oh, it doesn't have a +9 dodge. It has a +6 dodge, which you do manage to blast it, and you're attempting to dazzle it, correct?
Yes.
Okay, because it has been a hot moment since you've used dazzle. We are going to double check dazzle. This will determine the effectiveness dazzle has on the uh, enemy. And of course, I go to the wrong section of the book, because why would I go to the right
Of course.
section of the book? This is all Darktide's fault. He did this.
I did nothing.
Yes, he did. Okay, aha, it is verified that as you shoot it with your blinding effects, you are pretty sure that despite hitting it, it suffers no negative effect from your uh, blast, proving that you finally
Okay.
found something that you cannot blind. Moving it to Shiro's turn.
All right. And well, anyway, I started blasting.
Because you do have multi-attack. So if you manage to pull this off, just remember you have a +13. If you roll high enough, you do have a chance of actually damaging it. Come on, roll low. Of course I don't roll low. Of course I don't roll low. It doesn't. Apparently, it only wants certain party members to actually be able to be effective against it.
Mm.
Because it's a base damage rank 5, even with multi-attack.
No, oh, well,
You didn't, well, you didn't hit it, and it wasn't within range of critical.
okay.
Uh, what the main enemy does is no, that's just too unfair. Says what? I don't even know why it gave it. The book gave it that. Um, what this towering behemoth of a monstrosity does, because it is yeah, it is like a 15-foot tall behemoth. It will burst forward, and it's going to make a swing to The shadow's too far away for its movement. Technically, so is dark side. Lynx is flying. So it only actually has one option to swing at, and that is you, Shiro.
Yay!
You do have a
Your
dodge of
tornado
four.
dodge is good.
He does. You do have a 14 dodge. So hopefully I do not roll high. Why die spot? Why? For the viewers viewing at home, the die spot apparently does not want them to succeed at all. It wants them to roll low. So Shiro just got smacked. You do have a toughness of +6.
So roll toughness +6.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
that sucks.
No.
Big,
Well,
big,
doing some
big grenades.
quick
Why
math.
you are a dark side?
Hey, Darktide, do you
Yes,
you remember being hit by a Mack truck, right?
yes, I do.
As you're sitting there going, yes, I moved in, I swung. My blade obviously didn't want to do anything to it, but yay, I'm out of its reach because of your action things, and you can fly. You're like, yay! As you see it burst forward and just Mack truck, Shiro. Shiro failed by 5 degrees of difference, meaning Shiro just got Mack trucked.
Right.
Is he
I'm
unconscious?
alright. It's only a flesh wound.
Uh, no,
Uh-huh.
you're not conscious
Uh-huh.
to say that.
Uh-huh.
Remember, you only need to fail by 4 degrees to be incapacitated. That's its damage, dazed,
Well,
stunned,
hold on.
incapacitated.
I have that ability. I have that ability though.
Uh,
You know which ability?
that ability, it it's
I'll
gonna
eventually
help.
wake up. I'll
It
eventually wake up.
uh to fair a few things with it. Eventually is a yeah, yeah, it does you can cover from other damage conditions. Yeah, thankfully you do have that healing factor, but because you have multiple conditions, you're going to be still out for a while.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Because technically speaking, does it's that, that, and so it's 2, 4, 6. Yeah, at minimum, you're down for 8 turns. So you're not dead. You're just not in a very good state of this, which we can go back to the top to
Yeah.
uh
Shadow.
yeah, shadow.
Okay,
Uh
so I know that Shiro just got hit.
yes.
He's unconscious, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna pick him up and move him out of range.
By out
And
of range, do you mean somewhere else on the island, or because technically move by action, you can move to him, pick him up, and then move elsewhere? Move him and just take him all the way back to the base and put him back at the entrance to your guys' base. Therefore, meaning you don't have to stress him. Stress him. You just have to pick him back up in a minute.
that one. I'll just
Does
take him
he's
back to the base and then run back.
does he move? Do your action picking up and then move all the way to the base. Therefore, using your super fast speed to not be in an infected area, so nothing as at risk of hurting you, while also getting him out of the area, so that way he doesn't. You guys don't have to worry about something to need to beat the crap out of his body to keep him down. So thank you for
Yes.
that. You are a savior. Now we move to darktide, where you can choose to do a normal attack,
Going to
a
go up. Have no power. Accurate power, I think it is.
uh well, no, accurate power, they contradict each other's. Because
Um,
one lowers damage to increase accuracy, while the other one lowers accuracy to increase damage. You can do a defensive accurate attack, which lowers damage to increase defense,
nope.
which, because of your penetration, you can still pull that off and have a chance of hitting them. There's defensive power attack, where you have a +0 to hit, but your base damage is 30. But because you have moved by action and you're actually capitalizing on now, you can
Yeah.
move forward, hit, and then fly out of its range. So you don't actually have to worry about doing a defensive attack.
No, I just regular power attack. How about that?
Uh, if this power attack, you have a +5 to hit, and your base damage becomes 30, which means it has to do it. +5. It has. Let me double check. It's
Wait, why
parry.
didn't it? The dice bot didn't work.
Try again.
I just did.
Let me try its thing.
The dice bot need maybe restart the dice bot.
Oh no, there it goes.
18.
Yeah, it does. I get to ignore the lesser of those two. Boom. It just for some reason took it raw to kick in an 18 versus its parry of 20. It successfully did not get hit, even though
Well,
you
I will
could have
move
had.
out of its range.
Well, because you can just bam, bam, haha. Which puts it to Lynx's turn, and because Lynx is flying, uh, you can blast it.
Yeah, blast it without blinding it, because blinding doesn't work, obviously.
You have a +8 versus its +6. Excuse me.
No!
Apparently, the dice bot does not want you guys to hit it. Um, so this fight's going to take longer than expected, simply because the dice bot does not like you. Okay, that's one for sure. The entity does not have any direct range effects. I'm going to. Oh, it has that. Which, if I go here, five, it's technically. Why would you do that? Okay, I'm just. Yeah, I have to double check something. Does it? I think I may have misread something, and if I misread it, then this is bad. Well, if I misread it, it's good for you guys. Otherwise, crap canoe. level surface have their... No, I did not read that incorrectly. Why would they do that? Because this thing... That is not cool. At all. Area does not... Why would you be confusing on it? A closed area effect emanates from the user and expands to fill the affected area. This is a cone. Okay, because they gave the bad guy a form to counter aerial things. I just double checked on the range. Um, both Darktide and Lynx, because Shadow got Shiro out of there, so only two of you have to do this. Both of you get a dodge attempt, which Lynx is
Okay.
a +8, while Dark is a +10.
Yeah. 13.
Oh, great.
Oh, wait.
Uh, does you needed to beat an 18. So Dark Side failed, but Lynx
Yep.
passed. Both you, well, the his effect is technically cut in half, which means it's not damage rank that, it's damage rank this. Uh, Lynx has a... Your force field belt is saving you, so you don't need to make a toughness check, but Dark Side does need to make a
Okay.
toughness check. So roll with a +10, almighty uh,
Dark Tide.
Darktide. Yay, you take no damage.
Yay. Yeah.
Because what it does is it does slam its hands together to produce a shockwave effect that
Oh.
Oh.
damages a extremely huge area. Thus it is a cone area damage effect. Uh for game mechanical terms, because I don't know why they gave it at this. Uh, a huge chunk of the island is also affected by it, so lots of things took that damage. Kind of like one of those things that it doesn't really matter how far you try to move. Uh, Even with your 900-foot movement, Almighty Darktide, you are still within the range effect of the shockwave. Don't ask me why I would give it such an effective range for this. It's something in the future I'm going to have to probably correct and fix. And I may have accidentally clicked something I do not want active right now. But it, boom, goes back to here. Shadow, you can return back to the island if you wish.
So I'll run back.
And you
Do
can.
I see both of them up?
Yes, they are both still standing, flying. Does one has jetpack, one's riding clouds, and you can definitely
Okay.
tell that like it did something that screwed up a huge portion of the island. There seems to be a cone effect emanating like from where it stands outward that like it damaged railings, damaged a bunch of kiosks that were there. This is a tourist spot. Trees look damaged. It did something that just devastated the effect there. But it seems to do nothing to these two because they are mighty heroes that the dice bot wants to string along.
I take a look around and I'm just like, I was gone for less than a. I was
You were
gone for less than 30 seconds. What?
you were
Yes.
gone for
What
like
happened?
6 seconds. Just like you're like, yay, come back and. Mm.
And since I'm getting back, can I try and hit him and then move away still since
Yes.
it's only one action?
Well, because
Okay.
of how fast you can move, you're technically not done with your initial move action. Because again, you can move like miles. Because like I said, a single move action for you is 120 miles. So when I say like you're using less than like uh less than 5% of your movement just to go from where the base is to here, I mean it.
26.
26. It does have a dodge of 9. Well, not dodge of 9. Let me double check that. I may have misspoke. Yeah, it has a parry of 9. So please, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes! Oh, you hit it good. Thus, technically, that reduces its total score for both its dodge and its effect there, which means you beat it by 5 degrees. So 5 is being added to your damage roll, which is really,
So,
really good.
so what would I roll for that?
Uh, you're done rolling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because all you have to do is roll to hit, which you hit. You beat it by more degrees than you need to do, so the DC goes up by 5. Even though it normally has a plus 18 to its toughness, because it rolled a 1, it's now a 13. So instead of having to beat a DC 20, it has to beat yeah. So instead of having to beat a DC 20 with an 18, it has to beat that. Well, it's not 20 because it's a multi attack. It has to beat a DC 25 with a 13. So that huge difference helped you, and the fact it rolled horribly helps you. Come on, I need to get low. Ooh, a 25. It failed by 10, which is 2 degrees, which means it's limited to a single action on its turn because it's considered dazed. So it can on
Oh.
its turn it can either move or attack, but it's not its turn. It's Darktide's turn.
Yes, and I'm going to power attack it and move in and
Move in, swing, and move out.
yes, with a power attack. +5, right?
Yes, because of it. Oh, yay.
20.
Oh, you hit.
I rolled a 20. Roll a 20.
For comical sake, I need
Okay.
to look. I need to you to look at your result.
I didn't roll that. Wait, it didn't roll properly or something.
You probably didn't put the
Hmm.
D. You probably didn't put the D in.
Hey,
Um.
no hitting. Moving back.
Uh. It's like we
Oh,
all got excited there for a moment, but then I realized,
Okay.
there's
no.
something wrong with your result.
Yeah.
Um. So it looked fabulous, and yeah, but that's a miss because I got a 23. You got me excited for nothing. I hate you. Uh, Lynx, you get to shoot at it now. It does have a
Yeah.
+6 to its dodge. You have a +8 to shooting, so you have a good chance of hitting it.
Almost forgot the space.
What the? Oh, you put a space between the D and the 20.
Oh, nah.
Comical
Uh,
effects. Do 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 do.
no, no.
Oh, this is hilarious.
Oh,
Because you rolled a 1, your 9 drops to a 4. But it also rolled a 1, so its 7 drops to a 2, which means you got really, really
uh,
lucky and you hit it somehow. Luckily, rolling a 1 doesn't actually make your damage effect any less effective. It just means you suck at you have a lesser chance of hitting. But you managed to hit. Because it has a point of
yay.
damage on it, and it failed. Instead of getting an 18, it would be a 17 because it does have a damage on it. But because it rolled that, it actually only gets a +12. Come on, roll low again. It needed to beat a DC 27. It failed by 2 degrees, so it's still stunned. But it took another point of damage, so it's not happy. Uh, Shiro is now closer to waking up. So, yay. Because that's round 2 of you being out of here. Its turn. All of you need to, now that all 3 of you are there, you all need to make me dodge checks. Because it's doing its massive AoE effect again. So, Lynx with a 8. Shadow with a 15. And darktide with a 10. Well, that's a pass.
I'm not getting touched.
Yeah, pretty much. Uh, Unfortunately, Blinks and Darkside, you both managed to fail that, so you're taking full damage.
Yep, failed.
Uh, so all of you gets to do your toughness checks with
I
Darktide at
don't
a
do
10.
I?
You do. It's just it's at half effect first you, which means you don't have to get as high, which is good because you only have a toughness of +5. Uh, Remember, Lynx has a 12. Well, that's a point of
Which
damage.
is
Because it
no.
got reduced by half. That's a point of damage on Shadow. Lynx has a ten.
Damn, I
Sorry,
actually got
Lynx.
hit.
Yeah, it's a. Luckily you passed the other check, so instead of failing by 2 degrees, you only failed by 1 degree, which is only damage, so you're not dazed. But Lynx needs to roll for 12, and Darktide needs to roll with his 10. Darktide passed. You passed. Because someone got a gun. Okay, we go back up to Shadow. You can do your since you actually were effective last time. You can do your attack against it again with your whopping plus 10 versus its whopping 6. Come on,
Two
hit it,
one
hit.
two one.
Oh, you hit it and you passed by actually I want to double check on multi-attack real quick. This part of me wants to say it starts at 2 and then goes 2 and 3, make it boom. Ah, you're adding 2 points of damage to it. We'll do your base DC, which takes your normal effect of 5, puts it to 7, double checking its defenses. I may or may not ever have this guy re-show up for a fight again.
Hmm.
Well, because the dice bot just is.
It's make sure if the dice spot does the dice when I asked for initially when we were doing setup for this season it was randomly rolled for what's supposed to be like the main boss you're going to be fighting. Just like all these should be decently good. The party should be decent good against all of these. Well, apparently not.
No, the
Uh,
dice just don't like us.
that and the dice bot
Yeah.
does not like you guys for some silly reason. Just you can do stuff against it if the dice bot cooperates. Uh, but Dark Tide, do you move up, swing, and move away
Yes, I do because power attack.
with your +5 versus its +9? Come on, miss, 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 miss. Thank bloody heavens it missed. Oh, I want to double check something real quick. Ah, you're so close to a critical. So close to a critical. Uh, but that's still a hit because you're doing power attack. It's a DC 30. He does still have damage on him, so he's only rolling with a 16. Why dice spot? What?
Oh, it feels so useless.
um.
It's like the dice bot doesn't want you guys to succeed. Can you please, dice bot, save the party, not doom the party?
No, no, that's not the
Mm.
dice bot's way.
No, it's not the dice bot's way. Okay, this is a more of a comical effect, not a Well, I'm gonna declare it's a comical effect. Uh, it's doing its AoE effect again, but it's not a damage effect. It's an affliction effect. Uh,
Oh, we still get defenses, right?
yes, you still get your dodges first at 10 plus its damage rank, which yeah, you didn't pass the DC for this affliction effect. Well, for the dodging it effect.
I think I did.
Does its dodge for half effect. You reduce its effect by half, and Lynx needs to roll with a +8. Okay, the only person who's rolling against the full DC of this effect is Darktide. The both of you get it at half reflect, which is a Fortitude. Lynx has a +7. Shadow has a +10, and so does Darktide. But Darktide's the only one that has to worry about the full DC. Oh, goodies.
Eh,
Even at half DC, there's two
I'm going
fails
down.
right there.
No.
Well, it's not a damage effect, it's another effect. Uh, and wow, you're not affected by this at all, Darktide. The other two
Yeah,
failed
For
by
once,
one
you don't get
degree,
it.
which as it does its slam thing, uh, you both are now hearing impaired, meaning you have a -2 on anything related to hearing anything.
Oh.
That mean
How
we
long?
can't hear when people are talking to us, or we just can't hear things around us?
Perceptions checks first is hearing based things. You take a -2, so you're less likely to notice things. I am happy
Mm.
that you are uh that you didn't fail by a bunch of things, but at the same time it's like, oh, -2 to hearing things. So people kind of have to speak up when you're speaking. But it is your turn, Shadow. You move up and punch the guy.
Yep. I'm gonna try and take him out.
Come on, roll. Dice bot, do not be mean. Dice bot, do not
Plus
be
10,
mean.
right? For my damage or for my attack.
Let me double check. Yeah, you do have a 10. Okay, that's good. Come
Come
on,
on,
Dice bot.
Dave.
Come on, Dice bot. You managed to smack him, but despite doing that, that kicks in, and I'm hating this bad guy already. Darktide, do you do your power attack?
yes, I will. No, +5.
He has a. Come on, come on. Bloody dang it. I'm going to double check something real quick. Okay, yay, I can do this without having to feel bad. Where? I just have to double check something. Okay, on the bad guy's turn, before the behemoth can do anything, you guys do notice that let me see if it's dressed in separate clothing. Uh, you guys notice that a slightly better dressed hive agent comes exiting the building.
Uh huh.
Uh, just double checking to make sure I don't get anything wrong about his. Don't know why I would have that. That's just weird as all heck. Okay, yeah. He looks relatively important. And you do notice that two hive troopers exit with him. They kind of look like familiar because they were the two left on the inside.
Hmm.
But they're using their actions to get outside the building.
Oh, the two I left alive.
Yeah, they showed up with a third person who looks slightly better than the rest. And the one that
I'll
looks
take him
slightly
out too.
better does uh go, Juggernaut, return to the facility. Pretty much revealing that he does have authority over this creature. As the creature looks at him, makes a groaning sound, and then you can notice it teleports away.
Oh.
Oh,
And
okay.
you can notice that the guy who looks important has a wicked looking blade that resembles a katana.
Oh.
And he does say,
Oh,
surrender, or I shall cut you to ribbons.
I have a better idea. You surrender your facility,
Well,
and
it's
we
not your
will
turn
not.
right now.
Oh, fine.
It's Shadow's turn.
Oh,
Do I have rope in my pocket by any chance?
Uh no, you do not. You do know that back at Party HQ, does no one decided to pick this up, that Captain Stewart does have a pair of restraints that could be used to restrain someone.
Does
Uh,
anyone have a just rope or string or something?
no.
Unfortunately, no.
No one has
When
a bandana.
when
Nothing.
when Captain
No.
Stewart presented a uh the collection of random things he wanted people to like nitpick through and stuff. The only real big things people took were his comms and his healing kit. The
Okay,
rest,
how
no
big
one
is
really
this
cared for.
guy?
He's the size of a normal person, which means if you do not if you do manage to incapacitate him, you can technically drag him back to your base to then secure him at the base, even though there's no holding cells at the base for the moment.
Not what I was gonna do, but good idea. But what I'm gonna try to do, and it's gonna be funny if I fail, but I'm gonna try and speed to him grab him, and then just throw him off the island into the water. Can I do it?
Let me double check. Just
I want to see if it'll work.
just this could get suddenly humorous. Uh,
I'm tired of people showing up and interrupting what we're doing. So I'm gonna take him and chunk him into the ocean. No more talking for you. No more breathing.
okay. You attempt to grab a target. You make an attack check against the target. If you succeed, the target makes a resistance check against your strength or the rank of the grabbing effect, using the better of strength or dodge. If you win with 1 degree of success, the target is restrained. 2 degrees leaves your opponent bound, and that's sort
What
of
is my
cumulative.
strength?
So if you can manage to hit him with your melee, which you do have because you'll be unarmed, you do have a +10. You would have to use your 2 strength against him, and you're hoping that because he uses whatever's higher, his dodge or his strength, you would have to hope that his that both of those things are really low because you're only going to be rolling with a +2 if you successfully hit him.
Well, let's try it.
You do get a
Want to see
plus.
if it'll work.
You do get a +10 to hitting, and he gets a +6 to not getting hit.
Nope.
Oh no, you're able to move up, try to grab him, and
Nope.
move away. You're like, ah, crud muffin.
I just go up and I'm like, I try and lift him off the ground just for visualization. I try to lift him off the ground and I'm just like,
Yeah.
crap. And then I turn ducktail and run.
Yeah. Almighty dark tide.
Yes.
Do you want to power attack this fool?
I will regular attack this
Are
person
you sure?
and this idiot. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Well, I mean, I could. Okay, fine. I'll power attack him.
Because this guy's not a minion, so you're.
I have a better
And
idea. You should surrender yourself and your facility, and and you will be no worse for the wear.
okay, he only has a +6. Let's see if you hit. Oh, of course, the dice bot. Mm. Mm. Yeah, these are bad taste. The dice bot's like, haha, no,
No,
you sir don't get a hit.
nope.
Are you going to take some classic revenge and shoot this fool, Almighty Lynx?
uh, with the dazzle.
I mean, if you want to dazzle him, yeah. You still have
Yeah.
a +8 to hit, so hopefully you can hit, and hopefully your dazzle goes dazzling well. Because dazzle, boo 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 boo, rhymes with basil.
Mm.
I moved out. I have moved by action. I moved in and out,
Yeah.
and this missed.
Oh, you hit him.
Hey.
Yeah, it's a DC 22. He has to try to beat with a fortitude of 6. Okay. 20. God dang it.
Mm.
He manages to resist all of that. Shiro is one step closer to not being out. Because he's healing faster than anyone else would. Leaving it to the bad guys. Uh, what he does, because you guys are keeping distances on him, the uh, him going, take this, you cocky wannabe swordsman, as he points his wrist at you, and a device shoots forth a laser at you, almighty
Later.
dark tide, and it's his +10 versus your +10.
Oh.
So let's see what you got for your dun 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 10. And of course, he hits
Hmm.
you because why would the dice bot do any other effect other than
I'm glad you're finally understanding
yeah.
this.
This dice bot does not like you. But lucky for you, you
Mhm.
have a +10 toughness.
Yep.
Oh dear God, he
Damn.
passed with flying colors.
Mm.
Holy guacamole.
I'm not allowed to hit, not
Yeah.
allowed to do damage, but I stay in the fight.
Yeah, it's like they can hit me. They can attempt to damage me. Ha 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 ha. Attempt. Which puts it to the top. Uh, it goes to everyone's favorite speedster. You might have a better chance of just running up and punching him.
I wanted to try. I wanted to see if it would work.
Well,
Well,
punch
you
him.
saw it, it failed. So, going back to just attempting to knocking him out.
Yes. That didn't work either.
Does the dice bot? I am happy that these bad guys are set in stone on what their abilities are. Where you guys are, once we hit the maintenance episode, you guys are going to be able to skyrocket into and better. But you have move by action, which means you move up, punch, and move away. Dark Tide. Uh,
Yes. Is it my turn again? Try
yes.
and do something?
Because he's actually trying to hit you, you can do a defensive power attack to get a +0 to hit, 30 base DC 30, but your dodge and parry jump to 15. Okay, you are taking that. Uh, come on, dice bot, fail, fail. Yes, you hit.
He did.
Uh, come on, come on, come on. Hmm. Okay, because it's a DC 30, he failed by exactly 15, which is 5, 10. He is done.
Yeah!
Yes.
Mhm.
Finally.
Yeah,
Which means
exactly.
that
Wait.
I skipped the troopers. I'll have them actually go this turn. Uh,
Wait. I had the perfect thing for those two. I got it. I got it.
yeah, on your next turn, I think I know what you're gonna do. But
I got it.
yeah. Okay, he has taken damage. So are you going to blast this fool?
Yeah.
You have a +8 to hit him.
Oh.
Oh, God bloody. Does ties go to defenders?
Mhm.
It's. The dice bot seriously doesn't. But he's stunned, therefore he doesn't get in to do anything. But the two Hive Troopers do get to do something. Hive Trooper number 1, with his +8 to attack, is going to attempt to shoot Darktide, which is currently has a +15 to his dodge.
Mm.
Dodges and gets
Eh.
missed. The other one is going to attempt to shoot Shadow, who has a +15 to her dodge.
They can try.
And try they do and fail. Because they're both like, pew pew! And you guys are like, ha ha! Hoo hoo! Putting it back to the top. Are you gonna AoE hit all of them?
Yep.
Which means they have to do a dodge against the rank, which they have a 6. I'm just gonna have all 3 of them uh roll. The first one is the leader. The other 2 are these troopers. I'm happy I said that. Does the troopers have a 7 and he has a 6, so they're better at dodging than him. And 15 is what they need to beat. So the main guy and one of the troopers are taking full, while the last one is taking half, which they all 3, with the first one again being the main guy, the second one being the one that passed, and the third one being the second fail. Does the troopers have a +7 toughness, while he has a 9? So 9 plus 16 is 25. He doesn't care. 16 for that he passed. Does he got half the DC effect? Uh, that one. Unlucky for you, they're all still standing, but they're not happy with you. Because the dice bot doesn't want you to get any more bonus things. Uh, you want to do your defensive power attack?
Yes. Why not? Wait, who am I doing this on?
The main guy.
The main guy.
Yeah.
Wait, but why? Isn't he stunned?
He was stunned last round.
Okay, fine. Nope.
Well, there's always the chance that I roll a 1.
Did you roll a 1?
No, I didn't.
Nope.
Because I would like to
Okay.
remind you earlier in the dice rolls when Shadow got a 1. What's a Shadow? Yeah, where
It
someone
wasn't
got a
me.
1. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, Shadow got a 1, and then I also rolled a 1.
No, I don't think it was me. I haven't rolled a one today.
Well, then it was either you or
No,
Lynx. Because it was someone who had a +8.
I think it was
It
Shadow.
was Lynx.
Yeah, because Lynx had the
Actually,
+8.
maybe it was me.
Um, and now it's like that was the dice ball giving 2 1s in the row.
Because it was right after Darktide decided to do 20 plus 5 instead of 1d20 plus 5.
Yeah. Lynx, you gonna blast the main guy?
Yeah.
You have a +8, which means you have a good chance to blast him.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, Shiro is one step closer to joining the land of the living. Uh, because he's no longer stunned, he laughs and goes, "You call yourselves heroes? More like zeros," as he attempts to blast Darkside again with his plus 10. But because you're doing your you did the defensive power attack, you have a plus 15 to your dodge. So please roll with your 15 almighty darktide. Dun, dun, dun. He horrifically missed.
Oh.
Now, the troopers are not targeting him, they're targeting the other two with their plus 8s. So we're going to start off by having Shadow roll their plus 15 first. Wow, they got lucky and hit you. Two effects go off. Firstly, you have to roll first the damage effect, which is not necessarily as good as other people's, but you only have a plus 5 to this.
What? There it goes.
Yes, you don't suffer anything, but you now have to make a fortitude check, and luckily for you, you do have a plus 10 to fortitude.
Nope.
Well, I don't know where I'm saying, nope, because the DC for this is only a 16, so an 18
Oh,
passed. Now Lynx with a plus 8 has to roll first their plus 8. Shoots and a miss. Goes back to the top. Shadow. You want to hit all of them again? Or do you want to
yes.
focus on just one?
Fuck it. Let's see if we can knock at least one or more of them out.
Are you targeting the main guy or one of the two troopers?
The AoE.
The AoE?
Yeah.
Okay. The first one being the main guy. And of course, they all do frickin' fabulous. Because why would the dice bot want you guys to actually do this?
It wouldn't.
Okay, rolling that. Then we double check their defenses. The troopers have a 7. He has a 9, so 14. 14 and 17. DC effect, double checking, is a 15. Ooh, it's a 15. There is now only one trooper, and the main guy has taken another point of damage. So, you actually took down another person, which is your 9th person you've taken down this game session. Moving to Darktide. You do your you're doing your impressive defensive power attack.
Yes, because why not?
Excuse me.
Ah, I
Nope.
do not get a thing.
Oh,
Oh!
yes, you do. Yes, you do. You hit him. Does that 1 turns his 7 into a 2, which means you hit him.
Wow.
Which because normally he would have a 9, but he's taking 2 points of damage, which turns into a 7. But because of him failing that plus 7 drops to a plus 2. Which means he gets a 12 versus a 30, which is an 18-point difference with his 4 degrees of failure. You incapacitated him.
Hey, good job.
Uh,
He
so
got
what
the
looked like it
boss.
was going to be a horrible
Yay!
miss, you managed to just pretty much cleave the guy real good. Uh, Lynx, are you shooting at the last guy
Yeah, might as well
who now looks
finish him
somewhat
off.
concerned? Because he has a +7 versus your +8.
No,
Oh,
why
you horrifically
do
missed. You
that?
just
Why do I keep on doing this game session?
um what this guy does is I want to double check this effect. He uses his action. He will uses an action to um grab the arm that of the guy that the main guy that fell. Grab his arm. He's not taking off the device, but he's using action to grab the arm to lift it up. So he technically has a hold of the device that's still attached to him. And then he's using his other action to press a button on it. And the guy that has the device attached to his wrist teleports away,
Oh no.
Oh, God damn it.
meaning that that guy is no longer present. But that trooper is still there. Just a teleportation effect does not affect multiple people.
Hmm.
The sword he did have is lying there on the ground. Just when he got knocked out by the mighty blow, he did drop that sword. Going back to the top of Shadow, you can single this one person out because there's no one else present. Almost pressed the wrong button. Do you single this poor guy out? Did you hear me, Shadow?
Sorry, what?
There's only this one trooper left. Do you signal him out and punch him really, really hard?
Yep.
You do have a whopping +10 versus 7.
Nope.
He somewhat managed to not get hit. Uh,
Mm.
Darktide, you know you don't have to do your most powerful attacks against this guy or do
Oh,
super amount
good.
stuff. So you can either do the defensive accurate attack or the oh, you're
Regular
just doing a
attack.
normal attack. Oh yeah, you hit him. And he fails. He goes down. You guys have to successfully have 2 down troopers right here. Uh, which links you can fly into the open doors of the building as a move action to see if there's anyone left on the inside. Or you can stay outside and provide range cover in case something new shows up.
Mm, I'm a cover.
Just got your blaster out. Just anybody.
Yes.
Hey, Shiro. Shiro.
Shiro.
Zero.
Sorry.
Yeah. I got good news.
Yeah.
You're up.
Yay.
Yeah, it only took a minute. which is funny because that's how long that fight took. Even though in real time it took a that ate a bunch of the clock. Uh,
Yeah.
but thankfully you have comms that other people have, so you can signal that can someone come get me?
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
on my way.
uh
Just
at
give
this
me
point
like
you
6 seconds.
uh because you guys guys are now out of combat, there's just no one to fight. Uh I can have Shiro, who's now actually recovered from that, go pick up well Shiro. I can have Shadow because of by action go over, pick up Shuro, and then be back, all within the same turn. This move by action is probably one of the best advantages to get. Dark Tide, do you examine the sword that's on the ground?
You know what? I might as well. It's a sword.
If does you're able to
So
pick
yeah,
up
I
this
will.
blade, it is definitely some sort of katana, but the shimmering steel blade is etched with graceful, bending lines like tall grass waving in the wind.
I'll take a couple of practice swipes with it.
It is a magnificently made blade. Yeah, wow, sha, sha, sha. But he
Um,
did drop it.
but it's glimmering, and it has
Shimmering.
like runes on it.
Not
It's shimmering,
runes,
and
it
it has.
has etched with graceful, uh, bending lines like tall grass in the wind.
Huh. Okay. Well, I guess we'll have to get Captain Sewer to look at this and see if he can see what the properties of it is made out of. Um, but on that note, I need to do end a day.
Yes, you do. And this is somewhat a good point to end it. End it anyways with you guys about ready to go into the bowels of here to try to investigate the facility, knowing that you guys can and have beat the crap out of a lot of important people today.
Yeah.
Because that's at
We also
least
Well, some
managed
uh
recovered.
so despite the okay, what are you? Uh yeah, despite uh okay, I don't know why this is being weird. Um why do I have that active? Uh yeah, despite one party member being knocked out for a chunk of that fight because a bad guy that was supposed to not be so tough is a lot tougher than he was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Uh, you do know that there's at least 10 down troopers, thanks to Shadow's shadowy movements, so thank you for that. You guys managed to acquire an important weapon that was being used by obviously a very important individual who, despite teleporting somewhere, you guys did beat the crap out of. So on
and
that,
we also managed to beat the Mack truck somewhat.
yeah, you guys actually damaged him and dazed him at one point. So you guys actually were effective against him. On that note, For those watching, remember join us next week for more Nightmares of Future Past. Remember to like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.